Right. Hello, everyone, and welcome to Rising Phoenix uh, Racing League. My name is Glowstick, otherwise known as Jack. I don't mind what you call me, to be honest. Um, and we're at Monza for round 3 of the Season 12 Championship. Um, I love this track, personally. I've had my moments around it. It's one of the tracks I'm actually got a good time up on it, but enough about that. We've got, I think, almost all of our drivers in. I think we're waiting for one or two, but just I think need to get confirmation. But yeah, um, this track is beautiful in my opinion. I love this track, as I already said. It's got hold on, everyone. Has, I think, 11 turns? Yes, it is quite. It has not a lot of corners, but it is quite a decent length track, actually. Of course, we have the Ascari chicane, one of the more tricky corners, and then you have the chicanes of Variante and second Variante. Well, how about that? But yep, it's a sprint race weekend for tonight. Meaning we're gonna do a one-shot quali and then 5 laps. Then we're gonna go back into the lobby, and then I think it's gonna be a 50. It's either a 50% race or a 25%. I didn't really read the rules for sprint weekends, to be honest. But I think it's either going to be a 25 or a 50% race for the second bit. But we're doing 5 laps for the sprint race. The actual sprint race. And it's raining! Okay, this shakes up everything. I hope most people have a wet setup. If not, they're screwed. But I don't know how it's going to be in the race. But it is really raining at Monza. Going to get soggy pizzas and soggy pastas, which isn't nice. But yeah, we're heading to qualifying, or one-shot quali, where everyone's going to do their 1 lap. Everyone's probably cursing right now. But yeah. As quali starts, let's go on, but who do I think could do decent? Let's go on board with, actually Large Dan. I haven't really talked about him much in the races. I need to turn down my audio. I'm sorry, guys. That is a bit loud for me, so I'm gonna turn that down a little. Go on board. That's fine. Actually, I might. Sorry, guys. Technical difficulty. I might turn that a little bit up, maybe. But I don't really matter. But yep, coming in to the second Lesmos. Dan has the lead at the moment. Actually, losing the back end a little bit through the second Lesmos. Now coming into the second Lesmos. Sorry. Not opening up the DRS because it is raining. As Dan is slowed down. I have no idea why he's slowed down, but he is slowed down for the Ascari chicane. Let me tell you guys the driver standings from round 2. It is JD. Wait, hold on. Yes, JD in the lead. No, it's actually tied first. JD's and Kiddos tied on 50 points. Benja in third. Krail in fourth. Tied with, I think that's Valsa and Swait Tack. Who got pole in the end? I was trying to read the constructor standings, or the driver standings. Crail gets pole by 2 tenths. JD gets second. Skeef in third. Jaden fourth. Dougie in fifth. Hedgehog sixth. Cowman seventh. Eighth is Valsa. Ninth is George, and 10th Bazooka. 11th Leo. 12th Dan. Swanee in 13th. 14th Izzy. 15th Swaytak. 16th Kiddo. Casper in 17th, and Benja didn't even get set a time. Anyway, continue with the positions. Leo is in 7th, 8th is Bazooka. These are the standings, by the way. 7th in the standings is Leo, 8th Bazooka, 9th Skeef, 10th Casper, 11th Cowman, 12th is Jaden, and is that wet pavement or is that dry? I think it's dry. 13th Dougie, 14th Dan, 15th George, Georgie, 16th RK, 17th Swanee, 18th Izzy, Maestro 19th, Hedgehog 20th, Shadow in 21st, Deadwood Bear in 22nd, 23rd is Dean Felon, and 24th is Panda. But we have 3, 4, 5 red lights for the sprint race, and it is a good start from Crail, I think, but JD's still there. Crail has the lead going into turn 1. Is there going to be any crashes? Crail still leads from JD from Skeef. I think someone's gone a bit deep in turn 1. Nope, everyone is fine. As we have Crail, who has a massive gap now. There's a couple of collisions at the background. As Kiddo and Swanee, they've not had a good turn 2. Coming back to the front low. JD, Swaytak and George going side to side. And who's that spun? I think that is the AlphaTauri Bazooka spinning at the second chicane. Kiddo goes up to 15th as a result of that spin, but Crail still leads the Grand Prix for the moment. Got a 1.5 second gap from Skeef, and then JD, Dougie, Jaden, Cowman. I'll check the position changes. Going a bit up and down. Kiddo and Bazooka fighting into Ascari. Kiddo has it done. Cowman in 6th, fighting with Emperor. Emperor trying to make a move. Dan and Izzy fighting as well. Izzy has the switchback though. What a move! He's got that stuck as well. What a brilliant move from Izzy. 8th is Valsas. Dan and Izzy still fighting. I think Izzy's not using the setup, so that's why they might be a bit slow. But anyway, Cowman's dropped down the field a little bit. Now Benja's gone past him, starting from 18th and 17th. Casper and Benja have gone up 8 positions. Brilliant start from them two. Benja now looking on a move for Casper down the inside into the first chicane. As he got it stuck, he hits Casper, but Benja's got it done. Now Cowman trying to get a move on Casper as he got it done into the first Lesmo. And Leo spun, he's in the wall. He's hit the wall. Strong favourite for the win. He's spun in the wall, and now Swordman's got him down the inside for the second Lesmo. Dan runs wide. And now Casper and Cowman still fighting for that 10th position. Casper has the move. Cowman has to go back, but wow. Leo in the wall on lap 2. That is really unfortunate for him. But now Izzy and Casper fighting. Izzy gets the move done on Casper. I think Casper made a mistake out of the Ascari. But now we have Emperor making a move on Dougie. Just lets him go. Dougie, you really slow on the straight. Valsa up to 6th, going down the inside, but Dougie has the outside. He now has the inside for the second corner. Has he got the move done? He hasn't. Now Swaytak trying to get a move on Dougie, gets it done really easily. I think Dougie might have damage, or he's just using low wings. I'm not 100% sure, but Swiatek around the outside of Valsa into the second chicane, leave each other room. They have. Valsa has the move done though. But wow, it's been a hectic first 2 laps. I will continue the constructor standings when we get back into the lobby, guys, because I am trying to keep focus on this race so far. But wait, Jaden's slowing. Why is Jaden slowing? What's happened to Jaden? He's not got damage. What's happened to Jaden? That is so weird. But Benja now has to move on Dougie. Dougie really using low wings here compared to his competitors. But Krail onto lap 4. And who's that? That's in the wall. Georgie. He's spun. Now doing donuts on the straight. Not going to help his tires at all, but he's gone down to the last position. And Leo going down the inside of Swordman. Easy move for him, really. But what's happened here? What's happening at the end, the exit of turn 2? Valsa's up to 5th. Swiatek trying to go around the outside of Valsa though, into the second chicane. Yellow flag. That is, I think that's Izzy, or is it Jaden? It's Jaden again. I don't know why he's slowing. Is he just giving up? I have no idea what's happening to Jaden. But Swiatek up 10 positions, and so is Benja. These two are having an incredible sprint race, as we're almost on the final lap. Cradle has the lead, but what's happening? Benja down the inside of Dougie. He's got the move done. Valsa also overtaking Swiatek there, as Caraman and Leo are now fighting. I think Leo might stay back. This is his home Grand Prix as well, by the way. I forgot to mention. I think it's Leo's home Grand Prix and Swordman's home Grand Prix. Or, I'm not 100% sure. He had an Italian flag on, but I think he's just got that on because it's the Italian Grand Prix. Which I don't blame him. I would have done the same thing if it was one of my favourite tracks. But, as we now go into turn 1, Swiatek has the move again on Valsa. These two are having a really good battle. For the top 5 position, or the 5th position. Any other moves happening? Is he getting a little bit wiggly out of turn 2? Zoka trying to get a move on him now. Coming into Variante 2. Or second Variante. But Zoka has the move done. And Swanee and Lone Georgie fighting. Swanee up to 17th. Georgie back down to 18th. Really unfortunate for him. But on to the back straight now. We have Leo and Dougie fighting. Leo, easy move for him. And we also have Kiddo round the outside of Caraman. What a brilliant move. As we go on to the end of the exit of Parabolica, Krail on his return wins the Monza, the Italian Grand Prix, or the sprint race anyway. Skeef comes second, JD rounding out the podium, making an Alpine 2-3, I was about to say Audi there. Emperor up to 4th, Swiatek in 10th. I was looking at the positions again. He's in 5th. I'm so sorry, Swiatek. He's in 5th anyway. Velson 6th. Benja, after starting last, goes 7th. Brilliant sprint race for him. Leo gets 8th with a fastest lap, so that'll be an extra 2 points, I think. So it's for extra 1 or an extra 2. Casper in 9th. Dougie in 10th, rounding out the top 10. They get 10 points for first and then 1 point for 10th. Self-explanatory, really. I'll see the bottom half in a second. But Krail, what a dominance display from him in the first sprint race of the season. Hopefully he can carry that on to the actual race. But Kiddo 11th, Dan in 12th, 13th is Caravan, 14th is Bazooka, 15th is Izzy, 16th is Jaden, 17th Swanee, and last is Georgie. But as we now wait for the setup of the actual race, which I'm still not sure is a 50 or 25% race. If someone in chat could tell me, that would be really helpful and appreciated. But let me go on to the constructors' standings. McLaren in first, Alpine in second, Mercedes third, Red Bull in fourth, AlphaTauri fifth, Williams in sixth, Haas in seventh, eighth is Ferrari, ninth is Alfa Romeo, and last is Aston Martin. Now we just wait basically for the Grand Prix. So I've got a question for chat. Who do you think is going to win this Monza/Italian Grand Prix? I would like to know. Pop it down in chat. I'd like to see who you think is going to win. And if I will make up any more mistakes, because at the moment I've not been doing too good. I've been slurring my words, for example. But it is a 50% race. But, yep, I think I'm too hyper. I think that's the thing. I drank a non-specific energy drink, which I'm not going to name. But I'll give you a hint. It starts with an M. But, yep, just a little bit hyper. And it's my favourite Grand Prix as well. So now the drivers have to get back in their car and get ready for the actual race, which shouldn't be a short quali. I don't think it's meant to be a short quali, but I guess we'll see in a second if it is meant to be or if it's not meant to be, because I do not know sprint rules in this league too much. But I will see rules in a second. Racing rules. Let me see the racing rules. Just in a second. I'll check the racing rules, see if there is meant to be quali. No. Quali is off. Oh, hello, Connor. You want Cowman to win. Not a bad prediction. He is quick. But welcome to the chat, Connor. Thank you for joining us. Just let me check something. Hello, Izzy. Izzy, we are putting in predictions of who is going to win the Italian Grand Prix. Just for a fun kind of thing, because we are still waiting for the lobby to get sorted. Let me see. Racecraft and etiquette, no. Incidents, safety car, reporting incidents / attendance. Where would I find the lobby settings? Here we go. Okay, so there's a 5-minute break, by the way, guys, before the start of the race, between sprint races and a normal race, just in case drivers need to go to the toilet, for example, or get a drink, maybe, sort out something. But yeah. Isn't it? It says here, sprint lobbies will be one-shot quali, 5-lap dry sprint race, and then a full-distance dynamic weather race. So apparently, it's meant to be a full-distance race. But I don't know if they've changed that to a half-distance or just full distance. I'm not 100% sure. I'm just reading from rules here. No formation lap will be present in the sprint race. Kind of makes sense because it's only 5 lappers anyway. And the end result of the sprint race will reverse to form the starting lineup of the main race, which, again, kind of cool, makes sense. It's kind of like F2 in a way. But I think we are readying up now for this, the actual Italian Grand Prix. But yeah, I'm just going to check something quickly, guys. As we go on to the Grand Prix, I am gonna get this chat stream back up even. But yep, we're just about to start the Italian Grand Prix, and it is dry for now. It could be raining later, but it looks dry. Well, it is dry, obviously, but it looks sunny-ish, partly cloudy maybe. But yep. Yeah. I don't know who I want to win. I'm not really rooting for anyone, but who do I don't really want anyone to win. I don't mind who wins. I just, as long as sportsmanship is shown and there's clean racing, I don't care who wins. I'm not really rooting for anyone. But yeah, as we go on to formation lap, it's formation lap. Damn it. But Georgie starts first, obviously, because it's a reverse grid. So, of course, Crail starts last for the race, and then Georgie, because he finished last in the sprint race, he starts first. But Georgie, Swanee in second, Jaden in third, Izzy in fourth, Bazooka in fifth, Cowman in sixth, Dan in seventh, Swordman eighth in the McLaren, ninth is Dougie, 10th is Casper, 11th Leo, 12th is Benja, Valsa 13th, 14th Swatak, Emperor Hedgehog in 15th, JD 16th, Skeef in 17th, and in 18th is Cradle. But, yep, just waiting for the drivers to get back to the grid. Yeah. Anyone that is new, welcome to the chat. If you don't know me, I am Jack, otherwise known as IoT Glowstick. I don't really mind what you call me. You can call me Jack, you could call me Glowstick. You could call me anything as long as it's not too rude. But I am the commentator of this league. Hopefully we're going to have a co-commentator soon. And yeah, I just hope that you enjoy your stay for however long it be. But just welcome, basically. And if you enjoy it, give it a like, maybe a subscription as well. It would really appreciate it, and it would be awesome. But there's the predicted pit stop strategy: medium to hard, maybe even hard to medium. Depends how you're feeling, or even a soft medium. Just depends how you're feeling. And yeah, as now, I think Jaden's got tired of waiting. We're just gonna start the Grand Prix there. Or not really, because it's formation lap. But Jaden gets on his slot. Nicely done. We have George getting into position, and he gets disqualified. He went too far. That is really unlucky. Izzy also disqualified. Bazooka also disqualified. Not really disqualified from the race. They just missed their pit box, basically. Or not their pit box, sorry. Their grid stop. Their grid spot. But yep. We have Cowman getting into slot now. As he gets disqualified as well. Dan two at the back, Crail and Skeef. Crail, obviously. Bit of a more experienced driver. I wouldn't say pro, but he's done this kind of thing before. As now we go to 3, 4, 5 red lights. And the lights are out and away we go. George gets a brilliant start. I'm surprised he hasn't jump-started. Jaden up to second as well. Jaden and Georgie getting brilliant starts off the line. Izzy up to second. He's hit George. George is hit. George has been hit by Izzy. Jaden's up to first. Swanee up to third. Izzy hitting Georgie in the first corner. Jaden leads the race from Georgie, from Swanee, from Izzy, from Cowman. Is there any moves at the back? Bazooka trying to go down the inside of Dan, doesn't work. Casper and Valsa fighting. Valsa has to go a bit, has to cut the corner a little bit. Has to basically back off. Emperor Hedgehog down to 18. Skeef remains the same. But Jaden leads the Grand Prix from the start after Izzy has hit Georgie. Really controversial there. I wonder what's going to be done there. Dan and Dougie fighting. Nothing being done. Casper trying to make a move on Bazooka. Isn't close enough though to get a move. And Cowman, Izzy's in the wall. He's got damage as well. That's not going to help at all. Izzy in the wall though. After the Ascari chicane, that is one of the worst. It's one of the worst places basically to crash, because basically if you're not careful, you basically are going to hit a wall. But Georgie trying to make a move on Jaden now, down the inside. Jaden has to back out. Georgie's back into the lead. Who else has made a mistake? Is that... Who is that? Is that Leo? Leo has to cut the corner and gets a penalty. He's in the wall. Leo has had such a bad Grand Prix weekend so far. That is really unfortunate. Georgie's in spun as well. From the lead, Georgie has spun, and there is now a virtual safety car, I think. But Cowman leads the Grand Prix from Leo. And Leo has spun. See, this is what I mean by... I keep tripping up my own words, I'm sorry guys. But Leo, he's spun out of the out of the first chicane even, out of turn 2. He has had such an unfortunate 2 races so far. Hopefully he can come back from this though. He is 13 seconds behind Swanee. But wow, what a chaotic first 2 laps though. And there's the predicted pit stop strategy again. But I think we're on a virtual safety car. Unless the yellow flag is just out for no reason. It is a virtual safety car, thank you board for telling me. And DRS is enabled now. We are back under racing conditions as what's happened at the back here. I don't know, but Izzy's going slow. And Izzy gets a 5-second time penalty. But Dan is up to second now. From Jaden, from Swordman, I didn't even realise, is up to 4th. Trying to make a move now. Casper on the inside, not going to make a move. And now Crail as well. Up to 10th, and Skeef has hit Georgie. Georgie in the wall. Has he got damage? Has Georgie got damage? I do not think so. He has. He's got a left end plate missing. Oh no. Georgie has had such an unfortunate race. Starting first. And who's that in the wall? Jaden's in the wall now. Jaden is also in the wall now. Wow. This track is just so unforgiving today. And now Casper's up to 5th. Crail's up to 8th now. Trying to do the last 2 question mark challenge. Worked for Benjo, why can it not work for Crail kind of thing? Dan has the fastest lap of the Grand Prix. Casper getting closer and closer to Dougie. Has he got the move down the inside? Yes, he has. Into turn 1, but Dougie's fighting back. Dougie gets caught out a little, gets caught napping a little bit. Bazooka's now down his inside, and Bazooka's up to 5th. Crayole's up to 7th as well, just overtaking Swatak, I just realised. But Dougie's trying to fight back on Bazooka now, and Georgie's out of the Grand Prix. Is that a retirement in the pit lane? I have no idea. But Georgie, having, honestly, one of the most unfortunate races so far for him. He's out in lap 4. I think he has retired in the pit lane. Leo also having a really unfortunate race. But we won't focus on them too much. We'll go back on board with Cowman because Dan is trying to get close to the Red Bull now. Ferrari and Red Bull fighting with a McLaren and Mercedes. This is a little bit too realistic. But Cowman's gone wide. Dan has the inside. He's got the move done before the DRS has even opened. Cowman making a really unfortunate mistake, and now Dougie is being overtaken by Swatak and Crail. Now JD's behind him as well. Well, I don't want to make a move into turn 1. Dougie's thinking about it, and Swatak has to brake. Low doesn't get the move done. And yellow flag, that is Izzy. Causing a yellow flag. I don't know what happened to them. But is anyone close to a move? No. Oh wait, Dougie trying to make a move on Swaytag. Doesn't work though. And Crail was up to 6th. Leo is up to 15th now. Just overtaking Izzy on the penultimate corner. Or on the straight. There's about 6 different straights on this track. Excuse me. But there's another yellow flag. That is Izzy. Sideways on the exit of Parabolica. I don't know what they're going to do, but they're going to continue. Jaden's in the wall as well. Get the car spun, and he's doing donuts now. Has to kind of wait for the leaders, and Dan has now got a 1.7 second lead, and Swordman's now up to 2nd from Cowman, from Casper, and now Benja and Valsa are fighting. Wait, where's Valsa? Valsa's spun out the exit of Parabolica, I think. Don't quote me on that. And is that Jaden still? Jaden's stuck. Jaden's gonna get disqualified if he doesn't get that car out of the gravel trap. Jaden is stuck. He's reset to track. Smart thinking. I don't know if you're allowed to do that, but in all fairness, he was stuck. So I can vouch for him and say, look, he was stuck. He had to reset to track. But Crail up 13 positions now. Leo gets the fastest lap in the race. And Skeef, JD and Dougie even fighting for 7th. JD round the outside. Nice move. Might have been a little bit of touching, but not enough to cause damage. Very nice move. Low from JD. Beautiful. But now we have Skeef on the back of Dougie. Dougie on the back of Bazooka. Bazooka still in DRS range of JD. JD in DRS range of Swaytak. And Swaytak in DRS range of Crail. So it's basically a Crail train. Crail DRS train. Is anyone close to make a move? Benja trying to go down the inside of 2 cars. But Skeef goes down the inside of Dougie. Has Skeef got the move on Dougie? No, he hasn't. Dougie's got to move around the outside of Curva de Grande or Curva de Sol. I can't remember which version it is. But Benja now trying to go around the outside of Skeef. He hasn't got it done. He has to back out. We are only 7 laps into this Grand Prix and I'm already starting to lose my voice. This is going to turn into another Britain. But I have a water with me this time. So that's good. And Skeef now has the move on Dougie into a Scary. Very easy move for him. But yeah, I'm going to take a drink of my non-branded fizzy juice, soda, whatever you call it. But yeah, as now Jaden's out of the Grand Prix. Jaden is out of the Italian Grand Prix. He's going to the motorhome easy, and hopefully he'll be treated to some pepperoni pizza or whatever he likes. He might be vegetarian, maybe it's just a margarita. But Jaden out of this Grand Prix, very unfortunate from him, and just really unfortunate for him. Really, he's had really bad luck for the start of this season, and I do feel for him honestly. But Dan leads the Grand Prix. Second, Swordman, last week's race winner, of course, in Azerbaijan. Very dominant display from him, in all fairness. Caraman in third, Casper fourth, Krail, after starting last, is in fifth, Swaytak in sixth, JD seventh, Bazooka in eighth, ninth is Skeef, 10th is Dougie, 11th is Benja, 12th is Hedgehog, Valsa in 13th, Swanee 14th, Leo in 15th, and Izzy is in 16th. As Dan is coming into the pit lane, will anyone else come into the pit lane? Yes, Swordman's coming in, Cowman's coming in, Casper's coming in, will Krail come in? Yes, they're going to do a double stack at Mercedes. Swaytak in, JD in, Bazooka in, Skeef slowing down here, so he's thinking logically here. 10th. Is anyone else coming in? Everyone basically. I don't know if Swanee and Leo and Izzy are going to come in, but Dan comes out into the lead still. Cowman, Swordman evens. Too many mans in this league. You've got Swordman, Cowman, and Afro Man. Dougie Afro Man, obviously, but I just call him Dougie anyway. But they basically come out in their same positions, but JD has jumped Krail. Has anyone else jumped each other? I think Dougie and Benja have jumped Skeef. Possibly. I'm not 100% sure, don't quote me on that. But Swanee stays out. Leo comes out, stays out, because he has on the hard. I think he has already stopped in this race. Yes, these three have already stopped in this race. But yeah, it's been a crazy race so far. And Izzy gets a 5-second time penalty now. Coming into the pit lane, what tires do they go on? Gonna need a wing change as well, and gonna serve that 5-second time penalty that they got previously to their pit stop. Going on to the softs, possibly gonna try and get a fastest lap. I'm not 100% sure, but coming back out, needs to catch up to the safety car now. They're already almost onto the end of lap 9, and Izzy's just on the start of lap 9. But yeah, we are now 1/3 of the way through this race. Dan leads from Swordman, from Cowman, from Casper, JD in 5th, 6th in Krail. 6th in Krail. I'm so sorry, ladies and gentlemen, I'm having so much mix-ups of words at the moment. Krail in 6th, 7th in Swaytak. I've done it again. 7th is Swaytak, 8th is Bazooka Joe, 9th Benja, Dougie in 10th, Skeef in 11th, 12th is Hedgehog, 13th is Valsa, 14th is Swanee, 15th is Leo, and 16th is Izzy. But yeah, crazy. It's been a crazy race so far. 2 retirements already with Georgie and Jaden, both having Really unfortunate Grand Prix. Jaden obviously bringing out the safety car. Do feel for him. I think, yeah, Creo's having a fantastic Grand Prix so far. Of course, starting last. Because he won the sprint race, he started from the back. But yeah. Of course, Skeef started 11th, and then JD, just ahead of Creo, by the way, started 16th. I was doing math there. But basically, all you need to do for position changes is you need to do the position they're in added by the positions they've moved up / down. But yeah, big brain Jack, big brain glow stick is what they call me. They really do not, by the way, ladies and gentlemen. That is just an absolute lie. But yeah, no, we basically just need to wait for Izzy to catch up to the safety car, and then we can get this race back up and going on the end of maybe lap 11? Yeah. Gotta start at lap 12, and Izzy! I'm not gonna watch Izzy. I'm just gonna let them catch back up, and Leo is into the pit lane onto a new pair of mediums. Could maybe make them last to the end. Possibly, maybe. But I'm not 100% sure, and Izzy has spun again. Them softs are not really working for Izzy, unfortunately. But nonetheless, gonna continue on. Predictions in chat. Do you think Krail can do the last to first? Yes or no? I'm not going to say my answer, but if anyone thinks they can do the last to first, please say so. It's looking good so far, that's all I'm going to say, but anything can happen in this race. Especially in Monza, because Monza is one of them tracks where curbs are lethal. But anyway, safety car is in this lap. Darren gonna slow everyone down. Not too slow, hopefully. But, yep. Excuse me, guys. But yep. Dan, of course, gonna lead everyone. I think they're waiting for Izzy to catch up as well, which is good. Maybe. Izzy is caught up on the restart, and JD losing positions already. Off the end of Ascari, or the back of Ascari even. Dougie up to 8th. Cowman and Casper fighting for 3rd position, and people have gotten 5-second penalties. Bazooka has gotten a 5-second time penalty. Dougie and Benja as well all have 5-second time penalties. I have no idea why, but Krail is up to 4th now, trying to get past Cowman. Casper thinking of a move down the inside, decides to think better of it, and Swatak and Casper now. Swatak got a brilliant exit out of the second variante and into the Lesmos, leads Casper and gets 5th position. What a brilliant move, getting on the power nice and early, and just easy move on the inside. Leo is up to 13th. Swanee and Valsa now side by side, almost making contact as we go over the under the old track. Skeef gets a 3-second time penalty. I will check penalties. Bazooka, Dougie, and Benja all getting penalties, and Izzy also having a 5-second time penalty, but has also spun again. Really unfortunate. And Emperor and Hedgehog and JD fighting. I don't know if he made a move, but Emperor is up to 10th. Nonetheless, Benja trying to make a move on Dougie now. I'm going to watch this from Hedgehog's POV, Benja decides to slow and then goes for the inside. Benja has forced Dougie wide and Dougie gets a 5-second time penalty because of it. That was really naughty from Benja there. Dougie should get that 5-second time penalty removed at the end of the race. That was really naughty for Benja. Benja just forced him off wide. But yeah, 12th is Leo, and he's cut the corner as well. I don't know if Benja is playing dirty there, but Leo is up to 12th nonetheless. But now, go on board. Who do I want to go on board with? Who might make a move? Let's watch Hedgehog. Going up to the Scary now. Not close enough to make a move. Is anyone close to make a move? Valsa was thinking about it. On Swanee. I'm already losing my voice, guys. And we're not even... Actually, we are basically halfway through this race now. And Bazooka's up to 6th. Oh god, I've got hiccups. But Leo's up to 11th now. Skeef losing the back end now. Halfway through Parabolica. But Leo's up to 11th now. And Crail is up to 3rd. Easy move from the Mercedes, but Caraman, will he fight back? No! And Swatak has to go wide! Swatak has spun in the middle of the first chicane! I don't know who's at fault there, but Swatak had to really swerve out the way there. He's going way too quick into that corner. But Valsa fight, I think Swanee and JD fighting here. Swanee trying to go down the inside. Isn't close enough to make, well, was close enough to make the move, decides to back out of it. But now, is anyone close to making a move? Maybe Bazooka fighting for 5th here on Swatak. Will they be close enough to make a move? I'm going to take another swig of my non-branded soda. We are now halfway through this Grand Prix. I just realised Leo is down to 15th. He was in 11th a second ago. I have no idea what happened to him. But maybe that's why the yellow flag was out. But I'm not sure, honestly. Leo is down to 15th though, behind Emperor Hedgehog. Obviously. But let's see. As Swordman into the first corner leads the Italian Grand Prix. Their home Grand Prix apparently, because they have the Italian flag on. But yeah, Dan down to 2nd from Swordman, now leading this Grand Prix. Crail's in 3rd. Catman trying to make a move on Crail though. Only 5/10 behind. That is close enough to make a move, but not close enough into this corner. Maybe on some corners they it's close enough to make a move, but it's very risky. Very risky, and Dougie is spun. Have Benja and Dougie hit? I think they might have. Benja involved with another incident. And I have no idea who was at fault there. I am not going to point fingers. But Benja involved with another incident. And Leo's up to 13th. Now fighting for a move on Dougie. Down the inside. Has the move done before the corners even ended. Into the Scary. And Leo gets a 3-second time penalty. Cutting the corner too much there. Trying to get a good entry into the Ascari. This is very tricky to do because you want to get that middle part nailed for the 3rd part of the Ascari, which is the exit, obviously. But yeah. But you don't want to cut the 3rd. See, the thing with the 3rd part of the corner is you don't want to cut it too much. Because if you cut it too much, you will spin into a wall. Don't matter which wall, either the right or left one. You kind of want to spin into the right one though, because you might be able to. You have a higher chance of saving it. Just letting everyone know. There's not much of a higher chance, but it is a better chance. If you spin it right, you should be able to get it saved, possibly. But yeah. With Swatak in DRS range of Caraman, the teammates will... It's their team orders. At Red Bull, last time there was team orders, it ended in controversy. Brazil, pardon me, by the way. That wasn't meant to be a cough, but hey, just came out randomly. I did say pardon though, so sorry about that, guys. But anyway, we have JD on the back of his teammate. Is their team orders are open? Of course. Last time that happened, that ended in controversy as well. Actually, no, it didn't. Last time there wasn't team orders, it ended in controversy. There we go. Brazil again. But yeah, just kind of, you know, they kind of crashed into each other. And Bazooka is up to 6th. Or Bazooka. Casper's into 6th. And Bazooka's hit him! Bazooka's hit Casper into the second chicane. Bazooka gives the position back though. That is nice. That is nice, what's the word I'm looking for? Sportsmanship. And Leo's down to 11th. He got the fastest lap, by the way. Wait, no. Bazooka's down to 12th. I don't know what's happened to Bazooka, but it might have been involved with letting Casper back through. Maybe got cold rears. Even for a second. Them cold rears can be a difference, by the way. But anyway. Leo up to 10th. What was I speaking about? Yeah, I was going to say Swaytak is overtaking a Caraman, but yeah. JD gets a 3-second time penalty. I'll put it back on penalties, and Valsa as well has a 3-second time penalty. Sorry, guys. It's very hard to commentate when you don't have water. You have instead of having water, I have a non-specific soda brand that is native to Scotland. But not enough about that. Casper's got 3-second time penalty, and Bazooka and Hedgehog were fighting, or Hedgehog is overtaking Bazooka, but Bazooka's going into the pit lane. Probably to serve the 5-second time penalty and get a new front wing, which I just realised Bazooka has none of. But anyway, Third still leading this Grand Prix from Crail, who hasn't really been catching up. I'll be honest. Crail hasn't really been catching him. It's stayed around 1.8 to 1.5 seconds. Swordman in contention for another Grand Prix win here, back to back as well. Leo is up to 9th, if I just realised. You really need to watch some of these moves happening, you know? But anyway, Dan getting closer and closer to Swordman now. We'll have DRS for turn 1 and 2, the chicane, obviously. And Casper's on the back of Caraman now. Casper trying to go round down the inside, basically, for the corner. And also trying to go around the outside of Skeef. Have they both got it done? Yes, they have. Caraman trying to go back down the inside, though, and they make contact. But I don't think there's enough to make damage. And Valsa has gotten past Skeef after Skeef has gone too deep. But yeah, Casper up to 5th. I don't think any of them have damage, but Caraman trying to go around the outside of Casper here, and they touch again. They touch again. Sorry. No, Swanee and I think that's Swanee and Hedgehog fighting here, and Hedgehog has the move done into the Lesmos. As Leo gets down the inside of Caraman, what a move! And Caraman's in the wall. Has he retired? No. Might have damage though. Caraman doing so well, and has just hit the wall. Is he gonna? Yep, I think he has no front wing though. He hasn't got a front wing. That is really unfortunate from Caraman as well. He was having such a great Grand Prix up until that point. And Swordman has a 5-second time penalty. These guys are all going to come onto the soft now, because it's so close to the end. But Casper is staying out. Voss is also staying out. JD is also staying out. Is anyone else staying out? But wow, Casper, Valsa, and JD, they've all stayed out. Let me check penalties as well. But Swordman, that is not going to help for their race at all. Speeding into the pit lane gets a 5-second time penalty. But yeah, Leo has 8 as well. Skeef has 11. Dougie has jumped Benja. But yeah, crazy race so far. As there's now his second safety car. Of course, after Cowman hit the wall. And Cowman is onto the mediums instead of the softs. Huh. Interesting. But yeah. Is he coming into the pit lane? Nope, staying out. Staying out in the hards. But yeah, Casper leads. From Valsa, from JD, from Swordman. From Dan, Krail, Swaytak, Leo, Skeef, Emperor, Hedgehog rounded out the top 10. Swanee, Dougie, Benja, Bazooka, Cowman, and Izzy rounded out the top 16. This race has been hectic, guys. Like, there's been so much contact, there's been so much incidents so far. I love it. This league doesn't fail to surprise me. Each week I come in more excited than the last. That's all I'm going to say about this league. I honestly love it. But yep. I just realised Dan's on the mediums as well. I don't think Dan's made the right decision there. I would have went into the softs. Just like Bazooka's doing. Bazooka onto the softs now. That'll take them to the end. But yeah. This safety car should take us onto the end of maybe lap 22. I think lap 22 is Izzy's now coming into the pit lane. They'll pit onto the soft compound tyre. I think. Should do. Nope, onto the mediums. Okay. Have the top 3 made a mistake here by not pitting? Of course, some tyres are going to be around 30% maybe even 40. But yeah, these guys are on the end of the safety car. They're going to be about 10% for 5 more laps of racing. But I honestly can't tell who's made the right the right strategy. Dan's going to be on 5%. Cowman's also going to be on 5%. Izzy may be on 10% as well because they're used mediums. Only for 2 laps though. Only 2 laps on old mediums. Or 2 laps young mediums. I like how people say, some people on their birthday they say I'm 10, like for example for my birthday I'm going to be 16 years old, but some people say 16 years young, which fair enough. But Leo and Bazooka coming in, of course Leo going to serve as 5-second time penalty, and I think Bazooka is just coming in for the sake of pitting kind of thing, maybe to get fresher softs than everyone else. But Bazooka has jumped Leo into the pit lane. Out of the pit lane they come. Bazooka has jumped Leo. Of course, I think it is Leo's home Grand Prix. In the Williams. Now, we all know what happened with the Williams this year. Albon got appendicitis, so Nick de Vries had to come in and got points on his debut. Which is why Monza was kind of one of my favourite Grand Prix. Not only do I like Nick de Vries, but he's got a seat in Formula 1 now, and that's why I like him. I've always liked Nick de Vries, I've always had a soft spot for him. But he's such a talented driver, and I was hoping he would get to Formula 1 one day, and now he's got it. He's now driving for the AlphaTauri for next season, which is brilliant. And I'm hoping that now because of Toto bringing Schumacher in, Schumacher can get a seat within the next 3 to 4 years. Because look what happened with, for example, who was it? I think it was Ocon got who else? I guess Schumacher now as well. Nick de Vries, I guess, as well. But you look at all them drivers and you forget they were Mercedes drivers. Like, well, Mick Schumacher being the newest one. But anyway, ignore me. I'm just rambling on. Because I was bored. And Cowman is down in last. And Valsa and JD fighting for that second position. Anyone else making moves down the inside goes. Who's that? Swordman. And Dan's up to fourth. Overtaking Swordman. What a move. Any other moves happening in the background? Bazooka and I think that's Leo side by side. Leo got the inside. Has the move done on Bazooka. Now we go back up to the front. JD and Valsa fighting. And JD's hit Valsa off. JD and Valsa hitting each other. Dan is up to second. Swordman up to third. Crail up to fourth. Ski thinking about a move as well. Dougie is up to eighth. Hedgehog's up to ninth as well now. I think Benja's going to get 10th as well. Valsa and... who was it that Valsa hit? JD. Of course, them two. They touched in out of the second chicane. And now JD's hit Bazooka. What a hectic restart for the Italian Grand Prix. We go on to the end of lap 23. Casper's in the lead from Dan, Swordman, Crail, Skeef, Swatak, Swanee, Dougie, Emperor, Hedgehog, and Benja rounding out the top 10. And then Valsa, Leo, JD, Izzy, Caraman, and Bazooka, who is still in the gravel at the Ascari chicane. Bazooka's had such an unfortunate race and has been disqualified. Bazooka has been disqualified from the Italian Grand Prix, which is really unfortunate for him. He was having such a great race. Could have scored points as well. But now is out of the Grand Prix altogether. Benja up the inside of Hedgehog. Nice move from the Haas driver. But Crail still in fourth, trying to make a move, and Cowman is overtaking Izzy for 14th position. Crail on the back of Swordman, but Swordman's on the back of Large Dan. And Dan is on the back of Casper. Casper making a mistake out of the into the Ascari chicane even. But it's going to be a close 4 laps of this Grand Prix remaining. Going to be 3 in a second as Benja trying to go round the outside of Dougie. Has he got it done? Yes, he has. Dougie deciding to get back out, trying to get a better exit. But hasn't really worked out to plan for him. As the DRS is now enabled for the last couple laps. And Dan going to make a move on Casper down the inside into the first chicane. Has he got it done? And Swordman's hit Casper. And Swordman's hit Crail. What about that? Hectic race so far. Crail inside of Swatak trying to go down the inside but hasn't got the move. And now Skeef and Swatak fighting. Crail, easy 2 positions there. And now it's 3 wide into the third Lesmos. Into the first Lesmos even. Skeef has to back out. Benja trying to go down the inside. And Skeef has spun. And Dougie's hit Skeef. Benja, I think. Wow. Hectic last 3 laps of this Italian Grand Prix. Swatak now around the outside of Swanee. But Swanee's got the inside. Into the middle of the Ascari. Swanee back up to 4th. What a brilliant switcheroo. As Crofty would say. The old switcheroo. And now Swordman trying to do an out round the outside with Swatak. And Swanee spun and Keto has hit Swanee. I'm trying to process this information. I'm sorry if I keep breaking up my sentences. But wow. I think Swordman is just gonna... I don't know what Swordman is doing. Maybe gonna pit for the fastest lap. Skeef is also pitting. But wow. Swordman from, I think it was first at the end of the safety car. No, fourth at the end of the safety car is now down to last. And Dan is in the lead. Got a 2.3 second gap as we head into the middle of the penultimate lap. Crail in second, Casper in third. I can't even process this. This race has just been hectic. As now, Cowman makes a move on Hedgehog. This has been a very messy Grand Prix, can I just say. This has been messy, but it's been exciting from my point of view. It's been just hectic. Let's just put it that way. Hectic, hectic, hectic. But yeah. As now we have Velsa trying to make a move on Dougie. Round the outside through Parabolica. Hasn't got the move done. But JD trying to go down the inside now. As we go on to the final lap of the Grand Prix, Dan is in the lead. But yeah. As now we have Valsa up to 5th. JD trying to go round the outside. He hits Valsa. There's been so much contact into that first corner. It's so amazing. It's crazy. But JD up to 6th after hitting Valsa. But Dougie, he'll answer to that and go down the inside. No, he doesn't. Decides to back off. Let's see, is any other moves happening? No, not really. But we go on board with, I don't know, let's go on board with JD trying to get a move on Valsa now. Basically the closest battle on track. But what about Hedgehog? Is he close enough to the Cowman? No. JD trying to make a move on Valsa isn't close enough to make a move. But now, as we go in to the Parabolica, coming out of the Parabolica, Dan wins for Forza Ferrari at the Italian Grand Prix. Dan wins it. Dan wins the Italian Grand Prix. Crail in second after starting last. Sweatak gets third after Casper's penalty. Valsa in 5th. No. Cowman in 5th. Emperor Hedgehog in 6th. Valsa 7th. 8th is JD. 9th, Dougie and Swanee. Rounding out the top 10 from Benja. Leo in his home Grand Prix has had such an unfortunate home Grand Prix. Izzy is going to finish in 13th. Skeef is going to finish in 14th. Kiddo, our third man, even trying to get the fastest lap, I think. But yeah, wow, wow, wow. Could not have seen that coming anywhere. Anywhere. If anyone predicted Dan, wow, you are just a fortune teller. And I think Swordman does get the fastest lap of the race as well. So that could be an extra point, I think. But Crail gets driver of the day. I mean, yeah, he made up the most positions and gets a podium. I think he scored the most points out of everyone. But wow. Dan wins it in Monza. The Irishman. There's a lot of Irishmen in this league, I just realised actually. But anyway, enough about that. Dan wins it from Crail, Sweatak, Casper in 4th, Cowman 5th, Emperor Hedgehog 6th, Valston 7th, 8th is JD, 9th is Dougie, 10th is Swanee. Yeah, come on Scotland. No bias at all. But yeah, Benja 11th, Leo 12th, Izzy 13th, Swordman in 14th, Skeef 15th, Jaden 16th, Georgie 17th, and of course, it says DNF, but I think they actually got disqualified, Bazooka Joe. I don't know who to give driver of the day, honestly. I don't know whether to give it to Crail after not only winning the sprint race, but getting second in the main race, or just give it to Dan, because I would never have seen that coming, honestly. But Swiatek as well, also a contender, because had a brilliant Grand Prix. To be fair to him, but yeah, I might, I might give it to Dan because it's Ferrari, and it's Italy. But yeah, anyone in chat? I honestly don't know who to give it to. I don't know who to give Driver of the Day to. This is a tricky one. I honestly don't know who to give it to. If I could give it to Crail and Dan, like as a joint, I would. But I don't know if I can. I don't know who to give Driver of the Day to. I don't know if we're stuck here, but we'll just see in a second. Oh, there we go. Oh, I don't know who to give Driver of the Day. But anyway, thank you guys for joining me for the Italian Grand Prix. I hope to see you next week. It will be, I'll just check calendar. It's gonna be China, but not next week. It's gonna be the week after. Because happy holidays from everyone at the the Rising Phoenix League. I hope you guys enjoy it. Enjoy Christmas as well. But I will see you for the 30th of December. And yep, I'll just see you guys next in 2 weeks. Enjoy your Christmas, as I said, and goodbye from me. Goodbye, guys.